Boy DJ KO, welcome back to the show. I appreciate you guys for tuning back in. I thank you guys for welcoming us to the new year. Even though we're 2 or 3 weeks in this thing, but you know it's still a new year for me because it's new vibes, it's new inspiration, new affirmations, and this particular person that I have on here today, she's gonna bring it to you. All right. So look, before we get started, I'd like to thank everybody who subscribed to the show. I'd like to thank everybody who sent me your questions, who asked me these crazy questions. They wanted me to be messy. They wanted to be like the Housewives of Atlanta. I said I ain't gonna do that, but you know I thought about it twice. I said I might do it. So shout out to everybody. I love you guys. I love everybody that follow the Close to Distinct podcast. So today we have a special guest in the show today. This person, I was introduced to this individual from a friend, a mutual friend of both of ours. And I feel we had a conversation briefly, but I felt the conversation was more of a universal scent type of conversation. So I had to bring her on the show because I felt that her energy could help a lot of people and what they're going through as far as trying to figure out life, trying to figure out what's going on. Some things, you know, we just don't have the answers to, and sometimes you just need somebody to talk to. So I'd like everybody to welcome to the show, Miss Lora Rosemon. Hey. How you doing, ma'am?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Oh, hey, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. So
I mean,
look,
I honestly feel like I know you already.
you probably do.
Know you.
You probably do. You know what? We was probably in another lifestyle, another lifetime.
Another lifetime. I know you on a spiritual level.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Y'all know I've been on my spiritual kick lately, but you know, hallelujah. So look, Lori, what's a good name? What can I call you? Lori? Lora.
That's cool.
Lora? Okay, cool. So, Lora, where are you from? Let's get this started. Where are you from for the people that don't know? Because I'm pretty sure people that know you, they probably, no, I can say that people that probably seen you, they probably don't know exactly where you're from. So where are you from?
Okay, so I was born in tiny, small country town, Liberty, Texas. But I'm from Houston, H-Town.
Liberty, Texas. Where is that?
That's like a small country town in Texas.
Small, Liberty.
If you know where the Easter Rodeo is, Dayton and Ames.
Okay.
Not too many people know, but some of y'all know I know. But I'm here. I'm a H-Town born. Well, H-Town live. So I'm from H-Town, Houston.
All right. Shout out to H-Town and also shout out to all the country people that moved to H-Town. So look, when people move to H-Town, they from the country. You know,
raised in H-Town.
Oh, okay, that's different.
I was born in
glad
Liberty.
you clarified that.
I had to, yeah.
I'm glad you clarified that because a lot of people, they move to a metropolitan city, and they say they're from there. But like, hold on, now relax.
I felt it coming.
All right, so look, Lora. So me and her was communicating some things about some energies earlier, right? I want to first get into that. Where did you first get your spiritual connection or a sense of your spiritual connection? Where did that come from?
Ooh, this goes a little deep.
All right, talk about it.
So
we're here for it. Take a sip if you need it first. Take a sip if you need it first.
I don't need it, but I will.
Hey, we sipping. Hey, shout out to all the sippers right here. Hey, take a sip. Take a sip.
Take a sip. All right, so in 2011, I'll tell y'all it's going deep. In 2011, I lost my sister by suicide. She was diagnosed bipolar disorder 10 years prior to that, and we didn't know what that was. We didn't know anything about it. We didn't talk about mental health, mental illness, or anything. And so after losing my sister, I felt like I lost a sense of who I was.
Okay.
I literally was like, I had already had my life planned out in my mind about our kids, us, our legacy, the things we would do together. So all of that got just wiped away, taken from me. And so there was a journey, about a 7-year journey of going from trying to figure out who I was, facing fears, showing up every day without her, and rewriting the story that I thought I already knew. And so during that time, I started realizing that a lot of the things that were keeping me in a painful, suffering situation was the shit I was telling myself.
Okay.
My self-talk. And so I had to finally come to realization, and I'm not gonna lie, people came into my life that revealed a lot of things to me about myself.
Okay.
All right. And if I have to say, did I know it back then? No. I see it now because I'm in a space of self-awareness. But back then, I had no clue what was happening. I didn't know this journey. I didn't understand what was going on. But I'm thankful for it. And, I mean, I wouldn't have it any other way besides if I could have my sister back. But after losing her, I actually got pregnant with my first daughter.
Okay.
And so there were many blessings that came after that. And so basically my first awakening, I guess I would have to say, was right after my 31st birthday. She had thrown my 30th birthday. And so that was a huge thing for me. She had thrown that for me. And so my 31st birthday was the first birthday without her. And I literally, all of a sudden, caught a panic attack. And when I tell you this panic attack was so crazy, like the whole left side of my face started going numb, my body started going numb, and I had to get out of the house.
Okay.
And so there was this one moment where on one side of me I could hear, just breathe, just breathe, just breathe, you'll get through this.
Okay.
And on the other side it was like, girl, you're about to snap. You're going to be in a crazy house. Something is about to happen to you, and you're going down.
All right.
And so I didn't follow the I'm going to snap voice.
Right.
All right. I followed breathe, 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 which is one of the things that I teach about. Just breathe, just breathe, just breathe.
Right.
And that was, I would have to say, the moment that kind of woke me up to say, you know, life is still going. What are you going to do about it?
Right.
And so, yeah, that was one of the moments.
So in saying that, okay, so now let me ask you this about mental health, because I know you mentioned something about mental health, and I know a lot of us in our communities, you know, we talk about mental health now, but you know, back then it was like a term that was like wasn't important.
The stigma's horrible.
It was a stigma, so it was like more people that came home from the military, but it wasn't like kids with trauma or like adults or with death, sudden deaths, mental health. Do you think our community, the Black community, you think do you think mental health is an important issue in our communities?
Absolutely. I actually just spoke at my church, the Luke, shout out to the Luke, about this and sharing the story about mental health or mental wellness.
Yeah.
And I mean, like I said, I had no clue. We didn't know what was about it. We were thrown into it. We had to figure it out as we were going. And so I think it's definitely something for us to talk about, especially during these years of COVID.
Right.
Because COVID has a huge impact on a lot of us.
Right.
And some of us are either getting left behind in like a past condition mindset of dealing with shit. And some of us are waking up to say, you know what, I know how to, because we had to, you know, shut everything down, right?
Right.
So some people went crazy with the shutdown.
Absolutely.
Me personally, I was like, oh gosh, I'm having a moment with myself to figure some shit out. I can hear my thoughts.
Okay.
I'm not distracted. Nobody's in my space. I actually like this, and I'm the extrovert. I'm the person that likes to be out and about.
Okay.
I'm the one that she's gonna be the only one dancing. So for me to say,
So you enjoyed that, like being by yourself?
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, but. Look, had this happened prior, I mean, like before, years ago, I don't know if I could say that. I'm in a different space in life right now, so I actually appreciated the time to say, I don't have to show up.
Right,
I can show up for myself right now.
Okay.
And so I think it's very important for us to become self-aware, because I think self-awareness and mental health they go hand in hand.
Okay.
So a lot of times we're just unaware of ourselves and the people around us, because we shoot people off to say they just crazy, or
right.
they throw it off.
We do it every day,
like
right?
that, you know, when they really need help.
For real.
Including ourselves.
Absolutely. So let me ask you this. I know I want to go back to what you just said about that voice. You had that voice in your head to go in one direction versus the other direction. Now, for the average person, that rational decision will be a bad decision, right? It had to be some type of seed planted, right, in you in order to make that decision. Because, you know, if a person, especially in the space where you was at, that's a decision, like you have the reason with that decision, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, how did you make that decision in that moment, in that thought?
First of all, my mom, she's a diehard Catholic.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I believe prayer changes everything. So, I mean, I know that she has prayed over us And she prays about everything.
Oh, she cover over y'all.
She covers us.
Even now, when y'all was acting up, acting a fool.
Ooh,
Shout out to all the fools who's out there be acting up in them streets.
Let me tell you. And so I do believe that is a foundation there. But can I say, in that moment, I honestly could feel a difference in what felt good and what didn't. And it didn't feel good to say that I was going to snap. It didn't feel good to think about what happened to my sister. It didn't feel good to say, is that what's going to happen to me? Because that's what crossed my mind, is what happened to my sister about to happen to me.
Right.
It didn't feel good, and I didn't want that for myself. I never asked for that. I never thought about that. And so, honestly, it was just I would have to say it was really a encounter with God, the universe, source energy. And that was just very powerful to say, just breathe. We're going to figure this out later.
Right.
You just need to breathe right now.
Right.
And so, I couldn't say nothing but the feeling that I had within that calmed me down.
Okay. So let me ask you this, because I know this is a question that, especially now in 2022, I think this term started maybe with non-believers. I believe this term started probably maybe 5 years ago. We're talking about the universe, the term universe. Right? So when you're dealing with a lot of people that's religious, the first thing they talk about is religious acts or religious terms. They don't, so you have religion, you have spirituality, you have the universe, and what's the book that came out years ago? Oprah brought it back, but it came out,
Secret?
The Secret.
Law of attraction.
Law of attraction, right? Law of attraction. So you have that. You have all these things that goes on for us to manifest things. What do you think, what is the difference between the four?
Okay.
Law of attraction, the universe, God, and what's the other one I use? Just religion.
Just religion.
Or spirituality. Spirituality.
And I honestly think, to me personally, spirituality, the universe, law of attraction, that goes together to me. Religion is something different. Religion is like a box.
Okay.
You believe in this specific thing. You believe and you roll with how we believe things are.
Okay.
We're reading from this passage. We're going from their stories, and this is what it is. In spirituality, I believe it's your experience. Don't get me wrong, from religion for the foundation of those stories, but then how do you turn those stories into, I'm going off of someone else's story versus I'm experiencing this and having my own encounter with what God or the universe is. And so for me personally, God, I used to believe from being Catholic, nothing that they taught me. This is just something that just, I don't know, it just happened.
Okay.
I think God was out there. Fear God out there. So in coming into being more spiritual, God is within me.
Okay.
So when I feel good, that's that God spark. That's that universe spark within me. That's source energy flowing through me.
Right.
And so I feel like, for me personally, religion had me having a detachment from God as fear, and I must do certain things to live up to his standards.
Okay.
And with spirituality, I'm living proof of a creation that is also a creator.
Oh,
Does that
okay.
make sense?
I got you. So you're preaching. All right. So so you're preaching up here. So basically, what you said. Let's get a hand. I want to get a hand clap on that because that was kind of heavy right there. So basically, what you're saying is basically the Creator. When you're spiritual, you realize that the Creator created you, and the universe is since you was created by the Creator, you have the ability to give me the word to manifest.
Yes.
That's right. You have the ability to manifest whatever the universe gives, good or bad.
Right.
Good or bad.
Right.
That's the power you have.
Your mindset.
Okay.
It is your mindset. What are you believing about yourself?
That's
right?
heavy.
Where's your energy? Because when you think about energy, a lot of people don't even realize, because I don't want to talk about energy. Energy. When you walk in the room, you can feel someone's energy, if it's genuine or not.
Absolutely.
When you're at the grocery store and you turn around and that person's staring at you, you felt that.
Right.
That's energy.
Right.
That's the basic way of thinking about what energy is. So we are energy vibrational beings on this universe that people kind of overlook and don't realize. That's powerful. Now, how do you get in tune with that energy to actually live out the life that you want to live?
Hold up, you're going too fast. You're going too fast because you said three things that I want to talk about.
Okay.
You said energy, right? You said vibrations.
Vibration.
Right? And the third thing you said was the last thing you just said. I had to come back to it. I forgot. But energy and vibrations. I want you to break that down.
Okay.
Because we think of energy as the sun, which is a form of energy. But we talking about energy like beings. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, when you walk into a situation or a place, or you don't leave because something is telling you not to leave, or you do leave, or you might go here. Well, you normally don't go there,
right?
But your energy is swaying you that way. Let's talk about energy first. What is not Webster's dictionary definition of energy? What is your definition of energy? Your experience of energy?
My experience of energy. Okay, so there's two sides. There's multiple sides to it, but I'll break it down into two sides. Mm-hmm. So you know how you can walk into a room and you can either dominate the energy or you can be dominated.
True.
Right? So my version of energy is, how are you honing in on who you are as this powerful being, energy-wise?
Okay.
So when shit happens, and shit hits the fan, they can piss you off, right?
Right.
So that's energy right there.
Mm-hmm.
Why does words, why does looks make you mad? That goes into ego.
Yes. Absolutely.
Right. So then we let ego,
which is insecurity to a degree. Fear.
Right. It's mindset.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
And so you knowing who you are, self-awareness, and that you are moving as this, because vibration and energy, they go hand in hand.
Okay.
So moving as that, you're either going to allow someone to dictate your mood or not. So how do you handle your energy? You have to be aware that you even are walking as this energy vibrational being.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Am I answering your question?
Yes.
So I don't know how to necessarily separate energy and vibration. So energy would be, you done made me mad. I done let you shift my energy.
Right.
I done let you shift my mood.
Right.
I started off really good on a positive note, okay? I said I was going to have a great day, but you done came in and told me some stuff that done pissed me off, and now I done let my energy go to shit because your energy, whatever you had going on, you can't take shit personal.
Right.
Because whatever they got going on, their energy can either dominate yours, or you can set yourself up for a great day to
Correct.
say you're not going to dominate what I got going on with myself. And so we allow other people's energy, we allow other people's mindset to mess with who we are, and how we move day to day.
I want to get into that because I want to still get into vibrations,
okay.
You know, but that right there, because I think the average person deals with that, mm-hmm. Right? They
mm-hmm.
might go into it. This is what I'm going to do. This is how my day is going to happen. Blah 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 blah. But I think this is what I think. I honestly think I think that God tests us all the time. So if you say something, he's going to put something in your direction to test that, to see if you're really ready for it, what you really say. Because the thing is, when you manifest something, a manifestation doesn't come just by a word.
No.
It's by a belief. And you got to really believe it. Like it's a deep down, it's like something that goes beyond a thought, right? When you ask for, say, I want X1, a material, whatever, he's not going to give you that. He's going to give you a situation or an obstacle to overcome, maybe multiple times before you even get to it. I think that when like our words are powerful, right? I'm gonna use a scripture, right? Okay. Can y'all pull out your Bibles right quick? Come on. Pull out your Bibles. Shout out to all the Bible readers in there. Hey. But in the book, I think in the book of James, it says that life and death dwells in the power of the tongue, right? It doesn't say that just because. It say that's because what you speak or what you think, it will come to pass because the power that you have within you that was invested by the higher being, whatever. But I don't want to preach. This is about you. You're going to make me go there, girl.
Oh, no, I love
You're going to make me go there.
I love it. That's what I talk about. Affirmations. Affirming.
So this vibration thing. Let's talk about this vibration thing.
Okay.
Because it's like when we talk about vibrations, what do you see when somebody has a low frequency? What do you see, or how do you react to that?
Okay, so here's the thing. What your vibration is, you're going to attract.
Hold up. Hold up. You're going to, hold on. Say that again one more time.
What your vibration is, you're going to attract.
Ooh, that's heavy. That's heavy. I like that.
Yeah. So I intentionally work on my vibration, meaning I care about how I feel. That's what it's all about. Care about how you feel. You walk out feeling good about yourself and you're honed in on it. You're going to meet other high vibrational beings caring about how they feel. And then everybody's speaking to you. Everybody's letting you park. You get the best parking spot. It just flows. Things really just flow when you're in the flow of knowing who you are and what you set out to do. Now, I'm not going to say every day is high vibing.
Right.
Shit happens where things kind of throw you off. It's nothing wrong with that. We don't beat ourselves up about that. Self-awareness. That's when you go in to say, okay, so I just accidentally kicked my damn toe on this bed. That shit hurt. What was I thinking? That means I was out of alignment somewhere because I was not present. I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. And to me, instead of me being like, ow, I go into a space of saying, what was I thinking? Where was I? Because I obviously wasn't here. I wouldn't have kicked my toe on there. That thing has been there for 10 years. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so but with vibration, it's really about if you want to attract, manifest the things that you truly want in your life, that you desire in your life, that make you happy, joyful, inner peace, then you have to find that within yourself first before the evidence is there.
Right.
Does that make sense? You have to do it and practice this yourself before the money's there, before the success is there, before the people are there, before the love and relationship is there. You can't love someone unless you love yourself first. You can't give or receive love truly, authentically, unconditionally, unless you're really that with yourself.
So you're hitting too many spots right now. You're hitting too many spots, but I like it. Because I want to go back to that, what you said. You basically are what you attract.
You are what you attract.
So if you have women, let's talk about women.
Okay.
I'm gonna get on the men first. I'm gonna talk about the women first. All right. So women, if you always attracting this brother or sister, this is a different type of place. I gotta stay safe. I don't want to get canceled over here. So if your mate, just say that.
There you go.
Whatever your preference is, and that person is always a certain way, multiple times, right? I meet somebody else, and this person's the same way. I meet another person, this person's the same way. Same traits. That has to do with you. Has nothing
to do with them. Nothing.
Okay.
You're attracting that into your space. And a lot of times, women, men, whatever, walk out, even after getting out of a bad relationship, not healing themselves first.
Okay.
And then you walk, ain't no good brother out there, ain't no good women out there, ain't no good. So then you're speaking that into the universe.
Right.
So guess what?
Right.
You ain't going to see nothing but no good people in your space.
That's real, though. Yeah. So you're saying, not a white lie, but a claim.
A claim. Don't call it a lie.
It's not a lie, right? It's like a claim. A claim, a small claim, an unconscious claim could manifest.
Conscious. You need to start with conscious. You need to start with being conscious and intentional about what you're saying.
Okay.
It may not be true in the moment, but you have to believe. A belief is just a thought that you keep on thinking, right?
Correct.
Abraham Hicks.
Correct.
That's what it is. And so start thinking the right things that you want. It'll turn into a belief. Therefore, your belief has to happen. It's going to happen.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Does
It has to.
It's going to happen.
Because I look at it like this. Because every day in life is a journey, right? And life is a forever learning path.
Yes.
But the thing is, first you got to be willing to learn and be willing to open up and say, okay, I'm messed up, but I don't have it all together.
Right.
I need help. Creator, help me.
Ask.
Help me understand what's going on.
Yes.
Right? So it's like a humbleness kind of to a degree. You're humbling yourself to your creator and saying, okay, I can't do this alone. I need some assurance. I need some awareness. I need some guidance. Help me out.
Every night I say that.
You know what I'm saying?
In the bed, I'm like, I am open. Speak to me.
It's like a serenity prayer. You know what I'm saying?
Serenity, not clear my ego. Because I know the things that I have in my mind may not be truly for me. Clear my ego so that I stop moving from a limited mindset.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Say that again. One more time.
Clear my mind so that I am not moving from a limited mindset.
Ooh.
I'm open to receiving.
I'm still in your prayer.
Yeah.
I'm still in your prayer.
Yes.
Shout out to all the prayers that's being stolen today in 2022. We still in prayers out here, y'all.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like it. So let me ask you this. Who is your strength? What is your strength? Because sometimes you get tired. Sometimes you don't want to do it. Sometimes you don't want to think positive. I was telling my wife the other day, I'm like, I'm tired of being positive. I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to be the one that everybody comes to for guidance, for answers. Sometimes I need to go to somebody. I need to fall back on somebody sometimes, you know? And sometimes you look back and nobody's there to fall on because you've been helping everybody else. Who is your strength? What is your I guess your support system? That
I do have a mentor.
Okay.
I do believe in mentor. I think everybody should have a mentor.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, she believes in me, and she actually knows how to pull things out of me.
Okay.
Like, I'm excited every time I leave, then I move into my next phase, and then there's next levels. She's been there. She's done that. She's doing it. So you got to look to the people that are already doing the things that you want to do, right? Not to say that it's not a copycat. It's like, help me. And so mentorship is huge, which is what I'm here doing now for other women that's trying to help them get out of their own way, because I was in my own way.
Yeah.
I know what that feels like. And I know what it feels like to be free from that.
Right. Especially, you light-skinned and all that, so you're not
know what,
another
I'm
story.
done.
Look.
I'm done.
Shout out to all light-skinned people in the building. Hey! Now let's talk about it. You have some affirmation cards called Don't help me. Don't help me. I was going to do it myself. Come on now. I'm going to speak French, all right?
Oh,
all right?
bring it.
So you have these affirmation cards that you created. They're called Jolie Ide.
Jolie Ide. That's my business name.
Jolie Ide. So you have some right here in the studio now with the. So could you explain to the people exactly what are the affirmation cards? And you have 3 sets. So what are they?
Okay. Can I just go back to one thing real quick?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
You said ask, right?
Yes.
Ask. So we ask and we pray for the things we want, right?
Yes.
So here's where the mess up is sometimes, is that we don't listen because we're so distracted in our mind. And so I just wanted to make sure that we hit note on, we can ask all day, but if you're not listening, you're not going to receive. You're not going to know where to go, right? And so how do we get into a receptive space? Is by meditation, is by quieting our mind, it is by breathing.
Okay.
If you feel you don't have time, you probably need it the most. And this is where I go back to stubbing my toe, because I'm not present, and I know that's there.
Okay.
If I was present when I walked in the room, if I cleared my mind, if I decluttered this stuff, I would have walked into the space exactly how I know I should be walking into it. So I just wanted to tap on that real quick. Ask, but then you got to quiet your mind so that you're able to receive, so you know where to go next.
That's heavy. I like that.
Okay.
Clear your mind. Clear the clutter. Clear the clutter.
Yeah, declutter.
Declutter.
Clean out clear the chaos.
Yes.
Because that's what it is.
Yes, that's all it is.
If you're not present, we're thinking about yesterday's shit and then tomorrow's worries.
It's basically you're cleaning out your luggage. You're packing luggage that you're not clearing out every time you come home.
Right.
You're keeping it in there. You're just packing stuff inside of it.
Right.
Versus taking stuff out and putting new stuff in.
Release it.
Yeah.
Release it.
Release.
And meditation and breathing, even if meditation is supposedly not your thing yet, because it used to not be my thing, as soon as you take an inhale and an exhale, there's no thought there. And we think that we got to think all the time. We actually move better when we have a clear conscience. It's just moving.
Right.
So I just wanted to tap on that real quick, because folks be asking all day long and be wondering, why I ain't got shit? Because you're not listening. Be quiet. I'm just saying. Right?
Everybody, y'all better start listening now.
Listen. Okay, so the affirmations. And that's where this came from.
Okay.
So I have 3 sets. There's one called Breathe.
Breathe, okay.
Then there's one called Selfish.
Selfish, okay.
And then there's one called Abundance.
Okay.
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 And so this was brought to me. Okay. This was created through me. Okay. And I say created through me because during each phase that I was dealing with some shit, a different affirmation card came to me.
Okay.
And so my Breathe affirmation card was the first set. And this set came to me at a moment that I needed to be still. And I don't like being still. I'm a go.
Okay.
But I needed to be still to hear. Right? To hear what I needed to hear in order to move forward in what's truly for me.
Yes,
right?
yes.
And so Breathe taught me about clearing your mind. You can only do what you can do in this time. You know, so it was shifting my thoughts to I'm not getting stuff done to I can only do what I can in this moment. And what's getting done is meant to get done.
Right.
I'm in the space that I'm meant to be in. This is where I'm supposed to be. Everything is in divine
So
timing.
you accepted it, basically. You
Accept it,
your acceptance of where you are.
Right. And in order to do that, you've got to be present. So breathe brought me into a present state of being. I started shifting my mind from being cluttered and all over the place to breathing and bringing it into a space of what can I do right now? How should I be feeling right now? What can get me to where I want to go right now? Because my current reality may not look like what I want it to look like, but at the end of the day, this is where I can change it.
Right.
I can't change it in the past or in the future. I can only change it right now. So breathe was the shifting of the language to bring me present so that I knew how to move from there. So then once I got being okay with slowing down to move forward, slowing down to get things done, slowing down to accept who I am and surrender, I moved into a selfish state of being. Okay?
Okay.
I got real selfish. I learned that it was okay to be selfish.
Yes, it is.
Right?
Selfish is good.
It is amazing.
It is.
And we put this bad thing on selfish. So when I say selfish, I'm talking about this one is broken down into 4 things. It is selfish, which is I am that badass and I love myself unapologetically.
Okay.
And then there's self-love. And then there's self-discovery, meaning I'm discovering things about myself that I didn't even know because I wasn't listening. I wasn't able to see because I was so focused comparing myself to everybody else. And then self-worth, understanding my values and saying no when I needed to say no because I come first. And if I can't be first, how can I be there for anyone else? And so that's what selfish is about.
Okay.
So once I got selfish, it moved me into a space of abundance. And that's where the universe has my back.
Right.
That's where the laws of attraction, like, oh my God, how did I miss out on this? How did I not know that I'm a vibrational being to understand that if I just shift the way I think and speak and visualize, I could really have anything I want in this world.
Anything. Like for real.
For real.
Anything.
So that's what each of these sets are about. So it works in each phase of becoming your best version of yourself. And I'm not saying you have to have affirmations, but if you are so conditioned in your mind to speak negatively, you're manifesting all the time.
Yes.
You're manifesting your dreams right now.
Yes.
And so those dreams can be limited. Those dreams can be fearful. Those dreams can be shitty.
Yeah.
Painful.
Yes.
So you're manifesting dreams, whatever you're daydreaming all day long, and if it's not a good thing, you're manifesting that continuously. You're rewriting the same shit.
Right.
So these affirmations help you rewrite the story the way you want.
That's good.
Until you get out of your own way to realize, okay, now I'm speaking abundantly. I'm speaking confidently. I'm speaking more for myself.
Right.
And then you don't really need them anymore. It's really just a help. This is just a mindset.
It's like a head
tool.
start.
It's a head start.
A head start. It's like a kickstand for a bike before you start it off.
Right.
I got you. That's dope. So that's nice. I like it. So from the business side of it, like, how did you even like come up with that? Because it's like, okay, well, I could come up with a book, or I could write a paper, or I could just go out to the newspaper and put a little piece in the newspaper, or whatever. Why cards?
Why card? Well, because I started writing things down. I was
Okay.
like, why not make it into a card? I'm telling you, the universe was working. That's why I say it created through me. Okay, a lot of stuff that I say, did I say that? There's things flowing through me. That is when I am tapped in. I am tuned into my truest self. I'm not this person all the time. I am this person, but I'm not tuned in all the time because I'm human. We have human side, human being. I still got ego.
Right.
And so there's a lot of things that it's created through me that I look at myself and I'm like, oh my God, I'm pretty amazing.
Right.
And I love this. And so this is one of the things that happened. I didn't see this happening, and they didn't look like this when I first started. They didn't look like this when I first started.
It was all over.
They were all over the place, right? And so a lot of times we have so many great things flowing through us, but we're afraid to fail. We're afraid to look stupid. We're afraid to, for people to be like, what is that? Because I'm not going to lie. I put out my other ones, and they did not look like this.
Okay.
They were not.
Okay.
Right? And as I continued, there was things that kept flowing through me. So it's getting in the momentum of finding that flow with decluttering the mind.
So I'm about to get messy.
Oh, shit.
I'm about to get messy.
Let me take a swig on you.
I'm about to get messy, all right? So now,
bring it.
I'm loving everything you bring in. I'm loving the breathing, the meditation, the selfishness, the self-love, self-worth. You know, the abundance, everything. Oh my goodness, I love it. Oh, the energy is there. Oh, thank you, God.
I'm feeling good.
So now,
Okay.
we're gonna talk about relationships.
Okay.
Right? I'm talking about relationships with a mate. It's your mate, your husband. You're married, correct? So not you. I'm just saying in general. Somebody that has a husband or has a woman, a wife, or just a partner they've been with for years, right? And they came into this place where they're a new person. When I say a new person, they came into
their truest self.
Their
You're
true self.
coming into your truest self.
Right? And now they've been married, say, 8 years. Right? 8 years, got a couple of kids, and now basically they're not stuck, but they're not going nowhere, but they're in a different place than their partner spiritually, right? And they're manifesting things for the family, but their partner doesn't believe, one, or their partner is not into it, or their vibration is always low, they're always stressed out, and they bring them down, or they just haven't gathered the concept of this yet. Advice. What does a person do in that situation? Do they leave if that person never gets on board, or does that I'm not gonna give you options. So what does that person do?
I'm not gonna tell you to leave your relationship. That's what I'm not gonna do.
What does a person do?
Okay, you know what? Everything goes back to self.
Okay.
And so, I believe that
because people grow.
People will come in and out of your life for a reason.
Okay.
So a lot of times they will either step up, and it may be slow, but you may see slow progress. If you're that in tune with yourself, you will see slow progress that you're open to allowing to continue. Like, I see it, but he ain't there yet. Who are you to judge? Who am I to judge on the other end if I'm supposed to be this person coming into my truest self to say, you're not where I am, so screw your ass. That's not fair.
It's not, but it happens.
Everybody has their own journey, though.
It happens.
It happens, but everybody has their own journey. So, it's truly up to you to say, where does your sanity lie? And even with saying that, you know that that's one of your biggest practices.
Okay.
That is one of your biggest practices. So if your husband or mate, whoever, is not on the same page and that shit annoys you and you feel your energy shifting and you're like, oh my God, I can't even deal with this shit because you don't get me. That's your practice. You can't even blame him.
Okay.
It's not up to him to be up to your speed. It's up to you to gut check yourself to say, what is this within this person triggering me? Now, I'm not going to say leave. I'm not going to say stay. I'm going to say that's really up to you. You've got to declutter the mind and get to where you really feel you're aligned to move into. If it's something that feels like you're feeling like you're being held back, what are you telling yourself? What story are you telling yourself? If you're speaking highly of this person and you see small steps every day, then you're going to manifest that.
Okay.
So do you really want to stick around?
So you're basically saying you're saying you're going to you're manifesting things for another person. And so
you can.
Because like you said at the beginning, like you said, your mother prayed for you guys, even though you guys was out in the street acting up.
Yeah.
But that manifestation came through.
For her. That was her thing. We didn't even realize it was happening for us.
That's right. That makes sense. That makes sense.
So there's the prayer is powerful. That is powerful.
It does.
You know, I use more of meditation over everything. Not necessarily. I mean, I still pray. I ask and then quiet so that I can receive. But in relationships, everything still goes back to you.
Right.
You can't say, I'm leaving your ass because you get on my damn nerves. No. I'm leaving you because, you know, there's something within me that I need to work on more for myself, not because of you. You can't point the finger at nobody else.
You always blame it on yourself.
Right. You got to work on yourself.
And then you also got to look at this, too. I know as people, you know, as...
Nobody want to hear that shit, though. It's like, leave it. I know.
Right, especially in the moment.
I know.
But I know people evolve.
Yeah, they do.
You know what I'm saying? Evolve for the better. Sometimes they evolve for the worse. And sometimes, if you're like, if you invested 20 of your years into this thing, you're like, no, I'm not doing this no more.
Yeah.
I evolved enough. I mean, I experienced enough.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
But I'm saying it's okay to. I'm saying it's okay to
give yourself permission to do what the
talk about it. Talk about
That's
it.
what selfish is.
Yeah.
Give yourself permission to be who you are. Give
Right.
yourself permission to love the way you love.
like that.
Give yourself permission to be you. We've been conditioned to babysit and make other people happy.
When you're
But
not,
is it
yeah.
making you happy? So if it's something where you're in a space where you're not happy because of you, not because of anybody else, that's where you have to gut check yourself. So then move around from that space, but don't move around because someone else. Because if you're not happy within yourself first and you move around, you're still not going to find happiness in someone else.
Right, that's right. That's right.
So you have to gut check yourself first. So that's why I'm saying, if you felt the urge after 20 years to leave, and you're not saying, what if I didn't put all this into them and now they about to go and I'm not doing that because they going all that I worked on. Like, that's what kind of mentality is that?
Right. But,
You know?
And another thing, I know I can hear my religious community coming at me. I can hear them. I know they're going to be hitting me. They'll be in my DMs. I already see it. But
Bleep.
but I'm talking about as far as leaving, because, you know, in most religious, especially in our culture, you know, we believe we're taught to stay no matter what. Good, bad, or ugly, we're going to stay.
Yeah.
And which is that's not right.
No.
That shouldn't have been right. If you're not happy, go live your life. Go
your
enjoy
life.
your life, man. Enjoy it.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, that's the religious community. I don't want y'all, hey, look, y'all don't y'all don't do that to me, all right? I love y'all.
I mean, at the end of the day, that person will either step up or not.
That's true.
They will step up.
That is true.
You will see it, right?
That is true.
So, I mean, that's just really what it's all about. And if they're not stepping up, and not necessarily on your behalf, but for their sake, like, why are you stuck? You coming up in the house all not in a good mood. You
Right.
want to be around something. Remember, that goes back to the energy. Don't nobody want no negative energy floating around here. You need to learn how to work on yourself. If you've seen that I'm able to do some things, especially, and you know my story, I know your story, and you can't get your shit together on your own,
Right.
You looking for me to rub your feet to make you happy, you better get that shit together. I'm just saying.
I feel the passion.
I'm
Oh, my
just
goodness.
saying,
I feel the passion.
But because you wanted to get messy with it. I'm just saying. So I'm going on the messy route, but
All
really
right.
cleaning it up. I'm just saying,
I feel it.
A lot of people look for other people to stroke their ego and make them feel better about themselves. And if you see me doing great things about myself and then you're talking shit about my thing because you don't believe in me, then I can't be with someone that doesn't believe
Right.
in what I believe for myself.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah,
And
I get it. I get it.
And you don't believe
100%.
greatness for yourself. You're steady holding on to a low vibrational energy, you know? So if that person can see it, they will step
That's
up
good.
because they want it too. They can feel that.
That's good, though.
It just may take some people a little bit longer. You can't be mad at someone else's journey.
That's good, though, because you know why? That teaches people patience,
Yeah.
right?
Woo.
And about themselves. It's like,
myself.
what am I manifesting? What am I manifesting? Right? What am I putting out in the earth? And what am I willing to accept, right? So it's like, okay, if I, quote unquote, love this individual, right? Because I think love in the universe,
We are.
It's-
it is love. We are love.
we all love.
Love is what love is.
We are created in love.
We're a bundle of love.
We are created in love.
Worldly shit
Right.
just tries to diminish that.
Right. We just get,
Well,
life.
we put condition on love based on relationship versus what love truly is.
Right.
Right.
Versus the unconditional sense of laying down your life. What's the golden rule? Do for others as you want somebody to do for you, right?
Right.
So it's true.
And then when you're doing for yourself the way you should, it's not even a thought
Right.
of how you treat other people.
Right. It just is. I think we were speaking about something like that other day on the podcast. We were talking about how in our communities, how we used to help each other just because. We was in the same community and we was like, just help. We see the old lady over there, we want to get her bags. Or you need anything, Ms. Johnson? I'm going to go to the store. You need anything? Or I'm going to bring you some watermelons or whatever. We had community. Now it's like everything is so insensitive.
And if you think about the
it's like-
government, they're trying to make it even more, 6 feet apart separation of people. When we as a collective is what changes, and evolves the universe.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. What you think about the internet, right, and the digital space? Because we have social media and stuff like that, and a lot of this stuff is teaching not just our youngsters, but it's teaching us different things in life, right? We're going to China in 2 seconds, right? We're going to Singapore and Bangladesh in 2 seconds because of Instagram, and most of this stuff is 100% false, right?
Yeah.
So now when we talk about affirmations and we talk about putting things in the atmosphere, when we look at that stuff, what are we putting in the atmosphere? See what I'm saying? What you think about that?
Oh, baby, let me tell you something. Here's the thing. That goes back to the whole thing about comparing your life to other people's life and believing that to be your life. Like I feel bad about who I am because look at them.
Right.
How come I'm not living that life? And you don't know what people are going through or what goes on behind closed doors. I always say, if you're watching or looking at things on social media and it doesn't inspire you, make you excited, it's not fun, it's not just pure entertainment,
right,
turn that shit off. Same thing with the news.
Right.
I think it is, I'm very, like, I monitor with my kids because they're growing up with it. My son lives in a virtual reality. He's a gorilla.
Yeah.
Okay, he is a gorilla most of the time in gorilla tag. I'm not gonna lie, and I have to. I'm just saying.
He's in the metaverse. He's in the metaverse.
Yeah, I never would have thought that would have been my kids growing up in this type of reality.
Yes.
Like everything is right there. So you talk about what is that? The movie Avatar. That shit's real.
That's a real thing. It's
a real thing, and so I have conversations with my kids all the time about. It's time to turn that off and have a brain break. It's time to turn that off because we need our brain to come down and we need to be in tune with our, like I talk to my kids like that for real. So I think it's very important for you to talk to yourself, talk to your kids, talk to your friends about turning shit off because it's an addiction. Once you turn that on, it's hard to stop. You're just scrolling and you're scrolling and you're scrolling.
Can't stop
and then you're wondering why you're not manifesting the things you want in your life because you're so focused on other people's shit.
Ooh, that's heavy.
It is.
That's heavy.
So get off of there. So I do use social media, just like we're on here. We're using this to build the community.
Yes.
We're using this for entertainment.
In a positive way, though.
In a positive way. And so if you can find yourself in the space of in the world of social media as purely looking at it for entertainment, good for you. Because that's what it is.
Right. That's what it is.
And business-wise, good for you. Because that's what it is. If you're falling into that trap of comparing yourself or thinking you have to live up to the standard of what these filters, oh my God.
Oh, them filters. Oh my goodness.
Y'all, I had to go on a filter break and I thought,
you was doing the filters too?
Well, in the stories.
Okay,
you know, I mean, we've been airbrushing shit. We've been airbrushing shit since how many, on magazines. That's what we think is beauty. We put beauty as what we've seen these models look like with no wrinkles, tiny little waist, and now everybody's got
big booties, these BBLs and all that.
Right, and then you see them in person, you're like, that's not as snatched as I thought. Here's the thing. Then I'm just saying, and then you walk out, and you see these people, and in your own mind, knowing that you're posting yourself like this, you're trying to hold yourself to a standard that's not even real, and then you end up making yourself more depressed because you don't look like this.
Right.
You don't act like that. You don't do this shit on a regular day, regular basis. It's like stop putting just only highlight reel and feeling like you need to be validated by other people.
Yeah, through other people that you don't know.
That you don't even know. And now, if you're making money from it, hey, do your thing. Do your thing. Make your money. But don't let the money make your ass where you still show up not liking who you are.
But I think the money is making them to a degree because I'm not saying everybody, because the thing is, it's a drug.
It is an addiction.
Right? It's a drug. It's like Jay-Z had a song about the life. The life. He talking about the life, it's a drug. Like if you have this lifestyle that you got to live up to, you got to be out. You got to have the designer joints on. You got to be seen. You know what I'm saying? You got to be, you know what I'm saying? That's the life. That becomes a drug. You got to do it.
It's not. It doesn't even feel good.
You know
that
what
shit
I mean?
Don't even feel good.
That's why so many get depressed.
Don't even feel good. Right. I'm telling you, the whole going back to the filter break. I found myself having fun with it, and then when I took it off, I was like, ugh.
Now, what is break? What is that?
Like in my stories when I pass.
That make your lips look big like that?
No, not that type of filter. Just
okay.
Just maybe smooth my wrinkles and shit. I'm 41. Shout out to the 41-year-olds.
Shout out to all the mid-age, light-skinned people in the.
I'm not. Don't say your age because you're a woman. I gives a fuck. None of them.
I like it. Tequila shot's ready. Come on, let's do it.
I'm not fooling with that tequila shot. Hell no. So I actually had to go on a break. And I told it. I was telling it through my stories because I was like, I just want to remind you that know who you are. When you look in the mirror, don't be sad, mad, picking apart yourself. It's a natural thing for us to do, but don't feel bad about it.
Right.
Okay? Still find the beauty in who you are. Because when I turn those damn filters off, I actually put in the stories like, oh my God, I'm really addicted to the filters. I feel bad about not putting a filter on. So I'm not going to do it for real now.
Right. So
I'm not even going to do it because now I want to do it because I'm used to seeing myself looking like I'm just straight, smooth, no wrinkle.
Right.
You know, and so I had to learn to love myself again, filter free, which is crazy. And I know I'm not the only one. It sounds crazy, but I'm sharing this because we want to look like this picture perfect shit, and then we go outside in public, you done had a few drinks, you don't look like that. Okay? Natural beauty is a thing of the past, it seems like, and it's horrible because you're teaching people to nip, tuck, cut, and look like these avatars. That we even have avatars.
that's fine.
That's just not even, it's not okay.
Oh, okay.
Unless you're in freaking virtual reality, and that's just what it is.
But you know
I'm
what?
just saying, we're looking up to avatars. Make your eyes big.
As a man, I'm gonna tell you, as a man, honest man.
Please, I love
Well,
it.
I'm gonna say honest. I'm
Wait a minute.
I'm honest. Most of the time, I be lying. But look, but honestly, for most men, most straight men,
I'm receiving it.
most straight men, not all, some men like the BBL and all that, but most straight men like natural women. When I say natural, I'm talking about real self, real body, real form, real wrinkle, real grayness. Most men like that because they tie. I'm not saying it's always true, but they tie that realness or that sense of self to who that individual is, and they want somebody that's real. They don't want nobody that's pretending or putting on for somebody else, because the thing is, they know most of the time I have to deal with that when I go out with her. She had to put the what do you call that joint? The girdle? Yeah, the girdle. The girdle and all that, and the Spanx and all that stuff. I'm like, yo, it's not real. I'm like, no, why are you doing that? It's like, I want this person that I see, the person that my spirit senses that's a good individual. Real men like that. But women think that men like the lashes, the hair, the booty, the breasts.
Lashes have gotten even
the nails.
larger.
Right. They like butterflies,
I don't understand.
right? But I'm like,
to each his own. I'm not judging.
yeah, no
to
doubt.
Each his own.
If you think that, there's beauty,
that's your thing.
That's you.
If you truly, authentically like that shit.
Do it.
Not because
somebody else likes
somebody else.
Right.
Not because it's
Right.
trending. Not because you think that's what the shit is and I need to look like this. If you look back at your pictures when you wake up and be like, what? Okay, I need to fix this. Then you're not authentically loving the shit you're putting out there.
Right. Because that, like you said earlier, it's going to come back to you, whatever you're putting out there.
Yeah.
If you think this is beauty because of what somebody else thinks, it's going to come back to you.
It's going to come back.
So let me ask you this.
Bring it.
Mentorship. How can people get in contact with you? One, for mentorship, if you're willing to do that, right? That's one. And two, for the actual cards, to purchase the cards, because I'm going to purchase, it comes in a set. How does it come?
No, it's single.
Okay, so how can we get in contact with you to do that? To purchase the set, or purchase an individual, and if they want some type of mentorship for as womanhood, or just somebody that's grounded and just have somebody to talk to.
Okay, yeah. So you can visit jolieide.com, JOLIIDE.com, and you can also follow me on Instagram at Jolieide, JOLIIDE, and you can find all of the products and reviews and things like that on there. For mentorship, I actually have a masterclass out and a private community that you can come in contact with. I would love to have you there, where we do have real talk, where I do show up and do lives like this, where we have different topics and stuff.
That's dope.
And my masterclass is called Life by Design, Mastering Your Manifestation Power to Get What You Want. And what you want is not always what you think. It's not always what you think.
I like that.
It's an inside job. And so you can find me at Lora Rosemon, LORAROSEMON_. And you can also find all of that on my website as well, JOLIIDE.com.
You know what? That's dope. You know what? I just manifested in my mind. The term, this is what I see.
I love it.
All right? You ready for it? Look,
I think so.
The term selfish podcast, it just keeps coming to me. And I see you as a host of the podcast.
Well,
under the culturally distinct umbrella. You know, I'm just throwing it out there. You know what I'm saying?
love it.
I know this is, you know, for discussion, but I'm just saying I can see it. Selfish. And, you know, I can see the power of you helping individuals, especially a lot of women.
Yeah.
That's what I think, you know, because I think somebody just needs somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not even no motherly figure, just somebody just talk to a girlfriend. Let's drink some wine, girl. Let's have straight up, no chaser.
No chaser.
No chaser.
I'm sticking to the wine. You know, it's always wonderful when you can relate to somebody.
Yeah.
You know, when you can relate and then you see someone come out of. Because one of the things is a lot of humans like to relate to the downfalls. Yeah, girl, me too. And this, me too. Ooh, and no, let's relate to where we are and how we can come up out of it. Let's relate on a positive note.
Right.
Let's have better conversations.
I like that, man.
Speak it.
So when y'all hear that, y'all know what time it is. We about to get up out of here. So look, make sure you hit up Lora on these cards because I gotta give me some cards. I gotta do because I've been texting Lori. I was like, yo, I need an affirmation this morning. Give me one. I've been texting her because I don't have one, so I gotta purchase some. So make sure you guys hit her up. What's the website? One more time.
JolieIde, JOLIIDE.com.
There it is. Hey, look, I appreciate you for coming on. The energy is flowing. She gonna make me start drinking some tequila tonight. Y'all know how I get down with the tequila. But anyway, guys, I thank you guys for tuning into the show. This is your boy, DJ KO. Much love to you guys. Look, if you have any questions, anything, make sure you hit me up. This is your boy. I love y'all. Peace.